how did you guys become the Chenille fam?
Well, it all started in 2001. 2000. It's been a while.
2000. We were 16 and 17, and we were in a video production class together, and we got assigned a project, and we were sitting at the same table, and that's basically kind of what started the whole entire relationship.
And we went on a few dates. They turned into wanting to be more than just friends.
But you didn't tell him how you got me, Neil.
Well, I got her with a smooth move I had, where I sat down at the table and said, "Hi, my name's Neil." And you want to know what she said?
Hi, Neil. My name's Chanel.
That's how I knew I had her.
But then, like, we dated since 2000, and then when 2002 came, Neil enlisted to the military because he was a year ahead of me. So he went off to do his basic training, AIT. 2003 came along, and he asked me to marry him. By the way, I'm still a senior in high school, so it was like, oh my gosh, wow, I'm engaged. Totally expecting that we were going to be like engaged for a long time and everything. Well, he calls me up 3 weeks before my high school graduation. He's like, so I got approved leave to come to your graduation. I can't wait to see you. But I've been thinking, why don't we just go ahead and do this? And I'm like, what are we talking about? He's like, let's just go ahead and get married. I'm like, first of all, I'm a senior. Second of all, that's in 3 weeks. Like, how are we gonna do this? And he was like, oh, you and my mom can handle this. You guys can plan anything. Well, I'm going out to the field. See you in 3 weeks. Love you. Bye. And so it was like that. It was so fast. And so my senior year, I ended up graduating on a Thursday, married him Friday, became a military wife, and moved to Fort Knox on Sunday. So it was really, really fast. It was absolutely crazy. Nothing of which we had ever planned quite like that. But he was like, don't worry, because you know what? Later on in life, we can do it exactly the way you want. I'll get you the ring that you want, everything else.
And I followed through with that.
And so, like, our relationship, we've been together now, what?
22 years?
22?
Almost 23.
23 years.
December will be 22 years.
Yes, 23 years in December. We get married, 18 and 19, military family. We have our first child 2 years after we get married, our beautiful daughter Octavia. And then he kind of transitioned out of the military and we became civilians again. And life was just kind of like stagnant, slow.
Hard?
It was hard. I mean, you're 20 and 21 with a newborn. You're no longer in the military. You have to kind of figure everything out for yourselves again. And it was such an adjustment for us. And we went back home to Pennsylvania, raised our daughter, and then got pregnant with number 2, Mr. Trent. And at that time, Neil was working.
I don't remember which job. I think it was a factory job of some sort.
Factory work, and I finished nursing school. Then we get pregnant for number 3, Mr. Tyrus. And, life just was like, this is not working for us where we live. This is not a place we want to raise our family. This is just not suitable for us.
Yeah.
And so that's when I said, you know what? God's telling us to move to Georgia. And he was like, no.
I don't think he said that to you.
and I was like, yes, he is. And he was like, we don't have anything. We don't have a job. We don't have money. We don't have family. We don't have anywhere to stay. I'm like, God's going to provide. We are going to make it through. And we packed up our tiny little family. Octavia was 5, Trent was 1, and I was pregnant with Tyrus. We packed up a U-Haul. We had enough money from our tax refund.
Yes.
And we moved from Pennsylvania all the way down to Georgia. No family, no friends, no nothing. Moved in on, Monday?
Yeah.
Tuesday he had a job, Wednesday I had a job. I was like, that's only God. That was the only way that was able to happen for us. And so we've now been in Georgia for about 13 years. Absolutely crazy. 13 years. And so we have gone on to have 2 more children, Odessa and Terrence. You have so many kids, like you can't even remember their names. And so here, our parents ended up moving down from Pennsylvania. My mom moved down first, and then his parents followed. And so,
that was a good 6, almost 7 years before one night we were over at Sunday dinner at their home, because they actually all lived in the same home. And
you heard him correctly. His
my
parents and
and
my
dad,
mom
and her
lived
mom.
in the same house.
Yep, for like 7 years. And then one day we were just talking about the prices of home and how much it would be around the area where they're at. We looked on
Realtor.com, because they were renting.
It turned out that their home was for sale. Not just for sale, under contract. Like, it's sold. And yet their landlord had never told them this.
Absolutely crazy.
They sold it right out from under them.
And so we're all at the dinner table, this is happening, and I'm just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
we gotta figure out something.
We had to bring them on in.
But before anyone can say anything, my loving husband's like, you guys can move in with us.
Because that's what any good son would do. And like any good daughter-in-law,
doesn't even discuss it with me, doesn't even plan.
I knew what she was thinking already. She was going to say yes, because we know each other like that.
We're like brothers.
Not close.
And so that is really how it all came to be. Start to now our family, start with us in 2000, and we moved in the grandparents in 2022.
Maybe 22.
That's how it all happened. My mom left for a short period because 10 people in one house could be a little crazy. So she left for a short period of time to go to Ohio, and she is coming back. And so that is how we became really the Chenille Fam 10. So I hope you guys enjoyed our story. Trust me, there's many more to be told.
And if you all have a similar experience, feel free to comment below.
Yes, definitely. If you're living with your in-laws or your mother and you have crazy kids, children, comment, like, subscribe. See ya.